Today we got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the
Trig.
Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings.
No, you are trading me. You are, but you need to talk to me tomorrow when you're sober. I don't want to take advantage of you.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Right back to Swift again on second down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Benson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this point with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good.
Swift is hit and he coughs it up. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism schematism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Benson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down.
0-0, I'm driving. I picked him off, now I'm driving.
Body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Benson. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Williams. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field. I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain. Quarterback sneak. No gain. You're supposed to get something out of that.
And needed a full yard there. They'll try it now with Swift, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they wanted now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try to run with Swift. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken.
I'm up 8-0. I just went for 2 because he went offsides when I went for the extra point. So now I'm up 8-0.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down the ball before they work it across midfield. They'll pick up the 24 with a 3rd-down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception and throw the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown. The Vikings have cut the lead back down to 2.
When they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week. Yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Cousins will try and throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, you ain't laughing now, are you? I know you watching. I know you watching. Oh. Oh, okay. Is he talking shit?
Right here on EA Sports.
Oh my God.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Oh my God.
Get it through our heads.
Listen. Oh, I fucking tripped over that nigga. Oh.
The Lions offense ready
Tripped over this nigga.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same.
Come on, I'll make a hole, fellas. Damn.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully.
I missed it.
Stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might go back to the drawing board with that call.
second down, Swift. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Vincent. And that will be incomplete. Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flip the field with extra defensive backs in that dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. It forces the incompletion. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Badgley's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, it should be.
I can't. I just want this to be done.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he's taken down, able to slip
missed tackle.
across the 35.
Damn.
12 yards there, first down Vikings.
See that play, War? See that play he got up there? That's a nigga. That's the only play he run. So he like to run that shit with. He like to run that shit with Mike Evans. He going deep. He going deep with Mike Evans. Watch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Intercept that shit, nigga. Damn.
Knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
On second down, Cook.
Oh my God.
He's at the 30.
These niggas is blocking. These niggas blocking like a motherfucker for his whole ass. Look at this shit here. Look at that nigga took out 3 niggas with 1 block. 3 niggas with 1 block.
They'll just sit there and have to think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point splits the uprights.
2 damn plays. I gave him that tough score.
13 all as he sends this one away.
It's okay. Let's get it back together.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better.
Oh my God.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Here we go with Williams. And he's able to get the first, but he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Vincent. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the intent, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Vincent. He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at the 30-yard line. See, it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
Way underthrown ball. Way underthrown.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 126 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. He's got his man. It's taken in.
Well, look at that play, War. Look at that play. Look at that play. But look at that play, though. That's the play I'm telling you. I know. No, I know. You know, you a dick riding ass nigga. You don't never say. You ain't never on the side of right. You're not on the side of right. You're on the side of bullshit. I noticed that about you. It's okay. I don't need your acknowledgement. I don't need your acknowledgement. You are on the side of bullshit.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down.
Trig, turn your system off.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Vincent. Into double coverage, and it's
wow! Wow!
Something that could come back and haunt them later.
Wow.
They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
Wow, they gave him that shit. Wow. This goddamn game, I swear.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I know, right? He did the bullshit animation. There we go. He sure does. He sure did.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one.
And maybe sure did.
Tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage.
And for the 3rd time here in this
wow. War, you don't believe this shit.
So another interception.
Fuck no.
It feels like he's starting to unravel.
I don't know.
And as you would expect, still working
I know. I'll take that one. Shut up, boy. Man, you ain't shit. I know.
You keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Are you right? He can't kick no field goals. This thing can't kick no field goals.
It's no good, and this will remain a 1-2. one-touchdown
This thing can't kick no field goal.
Reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
This thing can't kick no field goal.
That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
You won't let me pick a play. Motherfucker. Won't let me pick nothing. This is bullshit.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this big game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Look at the play, though, War. Look at the play.
Out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this throw, now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back.
Wow.
Heck, it'll be a first down.
Wow.
Do you want to unpack that one?
Wow.
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL
wow.
game. Boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. 135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is stealing. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kaiser White. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick six, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 157 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go.
Should have been
and it's
picked
going to
off.
bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And Cook has it left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races, down the right side, the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
Nwangu now from his end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going. Yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down.
I knew he was running the screen. Damn, I knew he was running the screen.
The backfield in this one, and here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end. Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Shit will not let me.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Off the play fake. Vincent. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender over at that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Vincent to the sideline. He's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On first down, Vincent. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The football is not as sharp as he was last week. He was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%. passing.
And that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get...
Ah, bitch.
No way. Oh, yeah, got it. It's okay. It'll be easier this time for sure. Yeah. I almost died.
Still, maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give it to Williams, running right to the 36-yard line. Stop there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play call, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take it away. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally. And that is a big one here in a tight game in the fourth quarter.
Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
That's complete. It's Cook on the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And I'll give him a fresh set of downs.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and then get it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To Evans on the slant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long. And since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, that's where everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right? Since he's a rookie, well done by you. But I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Falcons offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to battle.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. It's something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Minnesota, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.